So for our last meeting, I'm going to just share 3 new things with you. Obviously, there's a lot more going on in these projects that I'm going to talk about. But the first thing I want to talk to you about is animating an object or a grouped object on a path, and that's what you're seeing right now. So that ball now is still following that same path, but I've hidden the path that I had drawn. And notice that the object, the ball, also has a shadow, and those two things, the ball and the shadow, are grouped. So let's see what that code looks like. So this is the script or the code for animating that ball. And you'll notice that the ball is actually a grouped object. So the ball and the shadow are 2 separate things I've grouped together, and they act as one. Also, the points is something new. The points of a graphic animation of the graphic, that essentially is that curvy line. Remember, a line is just a series of points, and when you tell something to move along the points of a line, it will animate on the line that you've drawn. In the next example, I'm going to demonstrate, this is just a sample little project. It's kind of like a mixed up word solve the puzzle kind of little application. So the idea is you need to drag those letters onto the appropriate box to form a phrase or a word. And you'll notice it's not going to stop the clock until you solve the puzzle here. Now you can get under the hood here and poke around to see how this was created, but the one thing that I want you to get out of here is just a new command called grab, and we're going to look at that right now. So if I look at one of the letter tiles and I open up its script, you'll notice that it essentially has one line that enables a user to drag it around on the screen. And that one line is grab and then me in this case, because you're grabbing the letter tile. You'll notice here we've got check tile on mouse up. That's actually checking to see if it's the right letter for the right box. I'll show you that in a minute. Scripts belong to objects, but they can also be tied to or are stored on cards, or even on the stack itself can have scripts. And there's what's called a message hierarchy in coding, where an object will look to itself for any script first, then it will look to the card or the window, and then it'll look to the stack. And so what you're seeing now is that the check tile function is actually on the stack script. So any object on my window, on my screen, that has check tile in it will actually run that script, which is stored on the stack. Most importantly, though, for today, I want you to get the grab function. I want you to try and animate an object on a path, and I want you to try to group an object together and animate it on a path.